Hello, Golden Girls. How are you? Hope everybody's having a wonderful May and had a great Memorial Day with your family. This is Cindy Faulkner coming to you from my home with the exciting details on the announcement I posted earlier about us being chosen to be a test market for something that corporate is doing. As a lot of you already know, I went to a meeting in Cincinnati on May 18th through the 21st and was a part of a large group of consultants, about 40 consultants, top consultants in the business, as well as the corporate staff, the executive staff. And we were part of a think tank meeting on topics like marketing, upcoming technology for us, and also money reports and things like that, having to do with our consultants being able to see the money that they're making. As a lot of you also already know, the number one reason that consultants get out of the business is that they don't see the money. And we had a great class with Beth Martin at our Pure Gold Getaway, and so many of you were able to experience some light bulb moments regarding that, and I want y'all to have more of those. So I'm excited to be able to introduce this to you and have you be a part of this. Chris is wanting to test this with new consultants all the way to seasoned consultants, with the goal being that the newest consultant would be able to use this tool and it not be too hard or complicated for them, and be able to use it to see the amount of money that they're making on a regular basis. So, with that being said, we have a brand new party profit sheet. And I'm going to tell you, for the last couple of years, this has been a hot topic of discussion in corporate meetings and stuff, and coming up with something that works. So we sat down on that Tuesday afternoon, and I think we were probably together 4 or 5 hours in a room, and you'll see that picture in the email that went out to you, and that's what we were going over. And it was a lot of heated discussion, but we came up with a finished product here that I'm really super excited about, and excited for each of you to try. Now, what I'm going to need you to do, and I'm going to be sending these to corporate, to Pure Romance, to Chris, for them to evaluate, and they'll be able to see whether our newest consultant all the way to a seasoned consultant, what they're doing, how they're tracking, and most importantly, it's going to help you, and knowledge is power. I'll tell you that I shared in the meeting that day that, as a lot of you know, I've been filling out party profit sheets since day one of my business, and I've been doing this almost 11 years, and I have one for every party that I've ever done. This tool right here is what helped me to see the money I was making, to be able to know that on average I was making more money at a party than I was in a 10-hour shift as a nurse at the hospital. And it was ultimately what helped me decide to take my job part-time and then ultimately quit nursing, because the math worked out and I knew what I was making per hour and per party. So it's a very liberating tool, and it's one I've believed in and used for years, but I know that a lot of our consultants and a lot of you do not regularly use one of these. So I'm hoping that you will take this opportunity to start a new habit for yourself and know that it will pay off. The attachment is in your email, as you've already seen, and you can save it and download it, and that will be what you're using for each of your parties in June. Now, you need to send in a minimum of 5 completed forms, okay? And then you'll notice the bonus in your email for those of you, for the overachievers out there, making more and more money. For every additional completed party information sheet or party profit sheet that I receive from you, above and beyond 5 parties, it will be, your name will be entered into a drawing for a free Magic Mike. Can't beat that. So I recommend, in the email it states to have your completed forms to me by June 30th. However, to develop the best habit, I recommend that if you do one after each party, as I do mine, then as soon as you complete it, you can email it to me. So you can type in your information and save it. You can write it in, take a picture, and email it to me, or you can scan it and email it to me. I just request that you don't text it to me. Please send it via email to Cindy@pureromance.com, and that will be how we track how many of these that you do. And hoping to come in future days that we will be doing more training on this sheet with our girls, and more than likely it's going to be coming in future training from corporate. Now, what I like to do with this form is when I book the party, you'll see this information at the top is already filled out. So as soon as I book the party, I fill it out, I copy and paste this top information into my Outlook calendar event, or you could use Google Calendar, and then it's in my calendar. I invite my hostess to it, and then she has a copy of it. That's what I do now. And so anytime I open up my calendar on my phone, all of that information is in there. I've typed it one time onto here and then copied and pasted it, and it's in my calendar. For those of you that have families, or you may share a calendar, or you want to invite your spouse to it, then he knows where you're at for every party. So this is completed prior to the party, print it off. I take this with me to the party, and then afterwards, I do my simple math and figure out my net profit, gross profit, and also your total amount of retail before discounts. So I'm hoping that each one of you are going to fall in love with this process and what it's going to do for you. And once you get into a routine of it, ladies, you'll be filling it out in 10 minutes, 15 tops after each party, and you're going to have some great information and a great tool for yourself, and a great tool for you to teach to your teams and girls that you bring on in the business, so that our new consultants ultimately can start seeing the money right away. So enjoy this, ladies. Please email me if you have any questions at all, and get right on it. You can start practicing with the rest of your May parties this weekend if you want to, but your June parties are the ones that count for corporate and for the contest that I'm doing with you as well. Thank you. Happy money making.